Here am I back with my small old cap. Welcome to another podcast of the current situation Manchester United. I'll be unfolding a few housekeeping notes in regards to the latest news at Man United in regards to transfers and latest news in general. And thirdly, I'll be doing the preview for the United game tomorrow. After the housekeeping notes, not tomorrow, but the game is tomorrow. So after the housekeeping notes, I'll be getting into the preview. But the first piece of news we have, it's apparently clear to me, it's been made known to me that the Tottenham Hotspurs top scorer this season, their main forward, he wants to go to greener pastures. That's Hurricane. And considering that Tottenham is not really a side that wins trophies, my man wants to move to greener pastures to win trophies. He's at the age, he's at a time in his prime where he needs to win trophies. And he realistically knows, as much as he loves Tottenham, he has that emotional umbilical cord. He needs to move according to the caliber of player that he is. And a caliber of Kane's pedigree, we all can agree that he needs to be winning. Hold on. He needs to be winning trophies. Because if he knows if he stays at Tottenham, he's going to disrespect his career as a player. Yes, you can play football for the enjoyment of it, but you're a professional player. Not for only enjoyment, but you need to play football to win trophies. You need accolades. You need CV on your paper. You cannot be a clean-shaved player with no CV or no trophy. And he knows he's not going to get that at Tottenham, realistically. So he's going to disrespect his career if he stays in a situation where he stays at Tottenham. My man needs to go to greener pastures. Yeah, so the first piece of news is that Manchester United is in for him. That's Hurricane. Chelsea is in for him. And Manchester City, interestingly, is in for Hurricane. Now, Daniel Levy is trying to work up his sleeve, isn't he? Because he's saying, if you want my main man Hurricane, I have something that I need to gain. Is either you swap with Gabriel Jesus for me, for Hurricane, because I'm not the player, or for you Manchester United scouts, not scouters because that's for Liverpool, scouters, if you want my main man that's Hurricane, you have to swap Anthony Martial with me. Again, I'm not the player, with Kane, because he's a player. And he's a player that wants to move to greener pastures. So if you want my main star, if you want my main man, that's Hurricane, you have to swap one of your strikers with my main striker. I'm not going to give you him Abdul. I'm not going to give him up. Even if I get money, I'm not just going to give him up like that, scot free with a fee. No, he has to go with another player coming in. So that is the game that Daniel Levy is trying to play with Man United and Man City and Chelsea. You see me? So those three musketeers that is in favor. I don't know if you guys can hear that. My old man is cutting the lawn, but those three players, that is United players, as if United is a player. Those three clubs, that is Manchester United, Manchester City and Chelsea, those three clubs, they want this signature, they want this signing that they think is in line with a caliber of Chelsea's pedigree, United's pedigree, and Man City's pedigree, and they want the signing of Hurricane. Now, my take is this, from Kane's perspective, before I break it down into like Anthony Martial and Gabriel Jesus is not a United player. But based on what I was saying before, it would be very disrespectful for Kane to stay at his current club. Yes, Tottenham basically made him into the player that he became. But you know, bro, you're not going to win any trophies at Tottenham, bro. They're not going to. They have an adverse reaction to winning trophies. You see me? They have a resistance to winning trophies. You see me? their immune system is very immune to winning trophies. Like they don't want to win trophies. They have been in few finals, but to no cigar. They haven't won a trophy since probably in 2008. So I don't think it's got a good move for Kane to me, unless you want to be like a Totti or a Steven Gerrard type, where you just stay at one club and you win no trophies. But see, that's not going to be very. It's not going to. It's not going to say much of you as a player because we live in the modern age where winning trophies is a big thing. We have Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who is manager, saying, "So yo, winning trophies is going to paper over the cracks," as if winning games without a self play is the best way to go about things. But I'm gonna leave him for later. So Kane needs to gain trophies to upgrade and elevate his playing pedigree. We all can agree to that. Assertion, assumption, and assessment. If he wants to have the betterment for his career, he needs to go to a situation or a club where he can win trophies. Tottenham is not a trophy winning club. They have Leicester City winning trophies. Tottenham ain't winning no trophies. So anyway, I think Kane needs to leave, whether he goes to Chelsea or Man City. He just needs to leave Tottenham for the hell of it. And it would be best if he stays in England because Kane is a Premier League great already. I think at least in my opinion, he's a Premier League great already. I think he has about over 160 goals in the Premier League. That is above Robin van Persie and a few significant other names, is me. So, and he's like 27. So this dude can probably break Alan Shearer's record if he stays on the form that he is in right now. Again, he has 32 goals and about 16 assists. That's a complete striker this season. So it would be best in his interest to stay in England and to try win trophies as well and break records that can be broken. Is me. He can be second top scorer along with Wayne Rooney. So it will be best if he stays in England because he's an English player. But yeah, my thing with the Martial switching. Yes, Martial has been struggling this season, bro, but um in the long run, leave your comments down below in the comment section because I'm kind of stuck between two decisions. So leave your comments down below. Try to search it out for the old man. Leave your comments down below whether or not you would switch Martial for Kane. Again, Kane is in his prime. You know, he's probably the best. He's along him, Lewandowski, Benzema, and Suarez, and a few other strikers are the best strikers in the world of football right now. And yeah, man, leave your comments down below, bro. Whether you would switch him for Martial or nah, you would stick with the Frenchman. So yeah, leave your comments down below. If I had to pick, bro, I'm kind of stuck between two minds right now. That's why it's Milan Pop. We love Martial. He has years beyond him. He's still young, is me. He's still green to the game, but he's getting on. He's going to improve at some point. Kane in his prime, it's one of those decisions where you just cannot make up your mind in the given situation right now. But again, leave your comments down below. So yeah, that's the first piece of news we have right here. Another thing is that Manchester United, based on the Italian journalist that is Fabrizio Romano, he has stated that United is interested in two centre backs. One of them is a Juventus centre back named Christian Romero, and the other one I believe is give me a second. Yeah, showing his name, bro. Oh, both man, yeah, he's a severe centre back. So he says United wants to be united with those two centre back decision choices for next season. Because again, Erbe is very injury prone. Harry Maguire, we have seen that Harry Maguire is not God Almighty, although he has a head Almighty. That's why we call him Slabhead. And we have seen that he can get injuries. He doesn't have an adverse reaction to injuries. Although he's not on Eric's Bay's level in terms of injuries, but he has shown that he can get injured despite his build. And Victor Lindelof is a is very unpredictable. You never know what you're going to get with Lindelof in some games. So I think one of these centre back pairings would be very good for United next season, so that we can have a reason to win a Premier League title. So yeah, that's the vision that we have to have for next season. Um, Another piece of news is Tottenham released statement in response to Chelsea. Oh, yeah, man. So Kane has made it clear that he wants to leave Tottenham. I think it's about time he leaves Tottenham, bro. I think Son needs to leave Tottenham. Yeah, man, you have to cut that umbilical cord with Tottenham, bro, and win some trophies, bro. Because if you start, you have to be like Berbatov. Berbatov again. I did a video. Okay, that's not in line with what I'm talking about right now, but Berbatov made the best decision from moving from Spurs to United, and he won one two, yes, he won two Premier League trophies, and he of course he won other trophies, but in England the most significant trophies is the Premier League title, and he won those two titles, and that has put some respect on his name as a player. So he hasn't retired, trophyless, Premier League trophyless as a player, because he's won those trophies by moving to greener pastures where he thinks he can win trophies, and he has done that. So yeah, man. Let me see if there's another thing I need to talk about before I get into the Lionel Messi camp make contact with Manchester. Bro, behave yourself. Um, there is no place for aggressive behavior at Manchester United. Okay, Brian Robson was basically saying, because he's basically saying, so yo, the fans, the way how they're protesting, that is not how United fans are supposed to be like. We are more modest than that. We have more integrity. We have more modesty. We have policy. So we shouldn't. That behavior is not acceptable. I would say it goes both hand in hands. It's one of the. It's needed, but it's not necessarily needed. It's needed, one, because fans are not buying the Okido no more. They want to make their appearance known, and they want their appearance to be the interference of the Glazers that has been ignoring them for a lengthy period of time. They want the Glazers to be out of the club pronto. You see me? They don't want the Glazers to no longer have a say so. So, and another thing is that, yes, that aggressive behavior should not be excused really, but some things have to be done to make their voice be made known, so that they can think loud. Because when you play nice, bro, you're going to be looked over, and unfortunately, that's going to bring drastic measures. Not players, fans making the decision to make it in their own hands by doing inappropriate behavior, aggressive behavior that might be deviant, it might be taboo, it might be unacceptable or even untrue, but they think that is the best behavior to make the Glazers acknowledge them. You see me? So it's just one of those situations where it can go hand in hand. It can be unacceptable, so they can be seen, unacceptable based on aggressive behavior, which is not really acceptable. Now, I was in regards to the preview, and of course, you guys leave your comments down below, like and subscribe to the channel. We are playing against Fulham tomorrow, our second to last match of the season. Of course, as I said before, I'm going to be doing a review of Manchester United's season in the Premier League and in the Champions League and in the Euro League. Those three significant campaigns, and we're going to win the lowest of the three. And we weren't even in that one to begin in the season, but that's for another day. So, yeah, leave your comments down below and discussion. Yeah, so we're going to play against Fulham away from again. I think we played again away against Fulham earlier this year. So are we going to play against them away again? Bro, we won against you guys at your home at Craven Cottage. Why are you becoming more craven to play at your home? You guys should be playing at our home. Not we playing at your home. Again, we played at your home earlier this year and won 3-1, I believe. Yeah. Pogba's with his individual left-footed goal and a few other goals. Why are you I don't really understand why are we playing at their home anymore. Like, why is that needed? You should be playing at Old Trafford. You should be our guest, and we should be, the MC, the persons that will take care of you by giving you 5-0. So, why, again, I'm just speculating, but yes, we're going to play away based on what I saw on Google, because I guess Google is God Almighty, they know everything, so I guess I can't really challenge them. But it says that we're playing away to Fulham tomorrow. Fulham has been relegated to the Championship. So even if they get 3 points tomorrow, that's going to fall on deaf ears because it's not going to really do anything to move them out of the relegation zone unless a miracle from the heavens above happen, which is highly unlikely. So they are not the most confident at the moment. They might have a point to prove. It might be a late point to prove, but they want to prove a point. Say, yo, yes, I'm done and dusted in the Premier League, so be it. But hey, I'm going to still get 3 points off of these the second place side in the Premier League. If Sheffield United can do it, we can do it. And Sheffield United has been relegated since December. So why can't we do it? Why can't we do it? Hold on. So they might have a point to prove with that average degree of confidence. Because again, bro, you're relegated. You're kind of jacked up. You're kind of messed up, isn't me? You're kind of in the mud right now. But I mean, if you have a point to prove, then prove it tomorrow. But we have a point to prove because we want to cement and certify our place as second place. And of course, that is not something to beat our drums about, but it's improvement. We haven't been the best this season. Again, we got knocked out of the Champions League, which I'll address in my review. I don't want to give you guys no spoilers alert, but we just have a point to prove tomorrow, along with Fulham, is me. But the way our Fulham plays, I don't watch Fulham, but the last time they played against us, they were decent in the first half. They actually scored first against us, and we have had a great away record. So again, I think we're going to get the 3 points tomorrow from the bag, isn't me? I just don't think Fulham is going to be up for it. I think they might get trashed because they are trash, but we see tomorrow. we see tomorrow. My starting 11 for tomorrow's game against Fulham, and of course, leave your starting 11s in the comment section below. Considering that the season is coming to an end, you might think that Phil Jones is going to be starting as a centre-back pairing along with Lee Grant in the goal. I mean, God bless your soul if you believe that, but if that is what's on your heart, express what's on your heart in the comment section below. As the goalkeeper for me is Dean Henderson. Right back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Centre back pairing, Victor Lindelof along with Eric Bay. Luke Shaw was been arguably our best player this season, most improved player this season, I should say, which I'm going to get into in the review. That's another spoiler, but I think that's common knowledge anyway. But anyway, in midfield, I think it's the Mark Fred. I think it's the Mark Fred pivot with Scott McTominay and Fred. Now, some persons are saying, Fred, with all that being said, with all what he's done at United, which is a small few, by the way, he needs to be sold. He needs to be told, to leave. We don't want to see this dude on the premises and property of Manchester United. We don't want to see this dude at Carrington. They should just go back to some average club like Everton or something like that. I don't think Everton might take him, but who knows? So yeah, that's the centre back pairing, the centre midfield pairing, the defensive midfield pairing of Fred and Scott McTominay, and of course as the number 10 is Bruno Fernandes. On the right wing is Marcus Rashford. On the left wing is Paul Pogba. Up top is Edison Wait, you know what here? I believe Cavani will come off the bench because he has been a cameo. Yes, Cavani has been a cameo. Cameo Cavani has been coming off the bench as of late. So I'm going to stick with that claim and put Greenwood in the light. Yeah, he's going to start up top with, again, Pogba, Rashford as the front three, and as the number 10, Bruno Fernandes, the double pivot of Mark Fred, Scott McTominay and Fred, Luke Shaw, Bailly, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, and Dean Henderson. Now, some persons, going back to Dean Henderson, and this is something I should have said before, I wanted to keep this video under 30 minutes. Persons are kind of switching up houses. They're kind of changing courses in terms of their thoughts, their assertions, their opinions on the name and the claim of Dean Koontz as a keeper. Persons were saying, man, I think David De Gea, I think he's up, he's past it, man. I think he's washed up like bleach, isn't it? I think he needs to be sold, I think he needs to be told, to leave. I think Dean Henderson is the main man to start. That's what man was saying back in February and March. But ever since our game against Liverpool, persons saying, I'm not really bought on the thought of this young nigga from England named Dean Henderson starting. I want David De Gea because he's the general, he's the G, is me. He's the wall of Spain. So again, I want him to gain form and he can perform and inform the fans. Say, I'm not a wash-up keeper. I have a lot of gas in my tank. I'm not an E, you see me? I want to start for Manchester United. Yes, I'm not the same keeper as I was 3 to 4 years ago. But I'm still in the clouds with the gods of goalkeeping like Oblak, Courtois. I don't know how he's up there, but he's up there. And I want to tell you guys that I'm still a bit close to them. I'm not up to par. You guys are washed up. You guys are flip-flops. Some of you guys wanted Dean Koontz to start in January, February, March. But ever since, you've been changing up your assertions and opinions, saying, man, I'm not really thought. I don't want Dean Henderson to start anymore. Against Liverpool, he was poor. He showed that he has a green side to him. He's very naive. He's oblivious. He's ignorant. Isn't me? He needs game experience. But now, man, I'm going to start the main man like the hair, isn't me? In the goal. The Bible says, choose you this day who you will serve, bro. You cannot stay on two sides of the coin. It's either or. You can't start Dean Henderson and David here because there's just one goal position for the goalkeeper. If you wanted Dean Henderson to start in the goal, stick and stay with your assertion of Dean Henderson starting the goal. Don't switch up houses because man has slipped in his last 2 games. That's being flip-floppy. That's being reactionary. If you were a fan, if you wanted David De Gea to start in the goal despite his dip in form, his inability to perform, and you saying, this dude should be starting, Heads up to you, bro. Thumbs up to you, bro, because you at least you're consistent with your comments. Is me, you're not very wishy-washy. You're not moody with your movements or your comments. Is me, you're very consistent. But so for some of you guys, man, I don't think that Dean Henderson is up to it. I think he's just one of those overhyped, overrated goalkeepers. Well, he's English, so he's overrated. But I think Pickford is better than him. Come on, bro. Like, come on. Use this. Use this. If you want the Dean Koontz to start, stick and stay with Dean Koontz. Believe in the dude. You guys are one of those persons that would believe in a philosophy at first. But when that philosophy stops working, you say, man, I'm a switch house. I'm a switch house. That's not. So anyway, before I get into a lengthy segue, um, of course, you guys know, leave your starting events in the comment section below. My prediction is 3-0. Of course, it could be 5-0, but I'm going to eat my humble pie for once and just leave it to 3-0 to Manchester United. So, of course, leave your predictions, your starting predictions, and your predictions, period, comment section below. And I'll do a match reaction, of course, tomorrow. So, hey, like and subscribe to the channel. Show it to you guys tomorrow. Stay blessed and don't stress. Keep safe. Wear your mask if you need to. Peace.